I return in this final segment to close out by trying to compile a party, really, because I'm just dying too damn much. I think I'll finally take their advice and go over to the main village. Oh, we played some Rocket Leagues and we ranked up. Yes! Top ranker. Aloth. Aloth of questions. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
Here's the worst thing to say. Everyone calm down. Whatever this is about, I'm sure it's an overreaction. Boy, is that a good way to create enemies out of friends. I just want to let you know that what you're doing is probably totally unjustified. What's going on? Angry townsman. One of the other men points at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. Mocking us even while he shelters in our village. Just goes to show you what these fancy Adir manners are worth. We don't take to that kind of treatment, not from foreigners, and especially not from Adirans. Adirans?
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Bloodstar23 says, Sean, you don't have any sort of laughing emote. This just occurred to me. I have the day joy. It's day goblin.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
He called him a sister toucher. Oh.
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
To fighting. To combat.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
He plants his feet. Something surly and raw flickers through his eyes. We've nigh quarrel. We've nigh the science guy.
That's where you're wrong.
This is unnecessary. Wouldn't you rather be inside drinking than out here arguing? We don't want your charity either, foreigner. Who's mid-run? They squint at you through red bleary eyes. It sounds suspiciously like you're defending him. Let's activate slow mode, true tension mode. Oh shit. Holy shit. We just killed him. The tension almost gone from his smooth face. Have you ever had an argument with someone who was a little drunk and then had someone out of nowhere kill all 3 of those people? Neville Wolfie, you're too generous. Thank you, Neville Wolfie. Jeez, Louise.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
I mean, for slaughtering them, you're welcome.
Well, that is one way of putting it.
Hey, Aloth. He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvisor, at your service.
Tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity.
Let's get double wizardy.
I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire.
Ah, dear.
Both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. You ever have that thing, the time the place it's happened most is like on the bottom of my foot where a muscle just tenses really hard. when I was like stretching my mouth open, I got one of those like right here, and I was like, ah, like brutal, savage pain. Ow. Ow, my god, that hurts. Just a crap load. That is, I am... Wow. I've got the under jaw cramp. Yeah, it's like right here. I can even feel the lump. Ah.
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but they were separated near some ruins. Try to push your muscles in the opposite direction, like...
Inquiring ruins?
Huh.
Those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Several hooded figures operating a strange machine. Aloth goggles at you silently, apparently assessing your earnestness. Your earnestness! Finally, he gives you a clipped, awkward laugh.
You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting predicaments.
What are you doing in the guild at Yale?
An excellent question.
He folds his arm and
I came
frowns.
looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Ah. And you? I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
God. Yeah, doesn't that suck? Like, we need help. Kill anyone who's unhelpful. Oh, is it? Do we got a new sub? Is there a new one? No. A starting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
Did you tell that one man to go fuck his sister? Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. So I tried to tell them. They misheard me, perhaps all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. I heard the same thing. For a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lip so hard that you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. I think he has two of him in him. I think there's two peoples in this person.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
I should get going. Wait, I wants to plays with you.
As should I, given recent events.
Ah.
It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn.
He wrinkles his nose.
They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Let's go.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
In that case, let's loot some corpses, huh? Simple clothing, some clubs. Yeah, let's take it all. Second level wizard. He's a wood elf wizard. Oh, he knows so many lore. Oh. Arcane Assault as well. We're gonna have so much Arcane Assaults. Oh my goodness. Alright, do we have any good equipment for our friend? He's using Aloth's leather armor. Okay. We could give him a helmet. Wait, no. Go away. Doesn't this provide some... It doesn't provide any defense? It's just a helmet? Well, don't you look silly. Okay, that's cool. Alright, cool. Yeah, and what's in your grimoire, man? Ah. Fan of flames, sunless grasp, and dazzling lights. Sick, sick. Oh, and what's this other one? Wizard's double. Yeah, I tried to use that one time. To the inn! To the inn! Those helmets literally do nothing, you know that, right? Today I learned. Villager. Good to see new faces. Nice and dry in here. The floorboards are sticky with spills that no one bothered to clean.
Good day,
Pasca.
stranger.
Oh, it's you! Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He was already back to work in the kitchen. She laughs. Oh, so what would you like? I'd like to know more about the Black Hound. Did we learn about the Black Hound yet? Did he? This one's bad, isn't it? I mean... let's see here. Black Hound. Really? Wow, Jesus. Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. Got a little new faces in here, too. Fewer than we used to, admit. Oh! That's the name of the bar. Oh! Of course. Tenfrith's a big draw. I'm sure we'll get big crowds back again in no time. I used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. Even left his poor house behind. That's the name, see? The Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs, pining after him. Poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow. Ha 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 ha. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. Please, sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by the way of a good meal today. She sighs. Unless you're fond of cold porridge. Looking for some reliable help? Do you know of anyone looking for work? Oh, well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let me see what I have to work with. Oh, God. Is it worth it to buy a person? I don't know. I want someone to help assist me in my decision-making process. Not worth it, because I mean, my assumption is, like in most RPGs, you find the best equipment in loot. And I assume that, oh yeah, or Bipidus says there's plenty of NPCs, right? You know, screw this. Retrain character store. From the party management screen. Oh my god, so much XP gained. What do I want this butthole leveling up in? Points left? I mean... I want everyone to have that second wind ability. Everyone to have that damage reduction thing. Incredibly mechanically gifted. And stealthy. Oh shit, he gets level 2, man. Holy shit. What's Necrotic Lance? Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, that's so much. I get to learn 2 of these? What about these? Do I get to learn? Creates bizarre and perplexing visual distraction. Binding web. Pins resilient viscous web throughout the area, effectively leaving unfortunate victims stuck inside. Huh. What's stuck? Stuck characters are rooted, able to act but unable to leave their current location. Dexterity is reduced by 2, actually by 5. That is a sick spell. I'm going to give myself that. Bulwark against the elements. Creates a mystical shield around the caster, suffusing them with bonuses to all sorts of good things. Combusting wounds, causing wounds in the area of effect to ignite. Okay, corrosive siphon, eats away at the target's spirit, inflicting corrosive damage. Cool. Dude, oh my god. Fetid caress. Oh my god. This is... Huh. Infuse with vital essence. Infuse the caster with vitality, giving them temporary increase to maximum health. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Merciless gaze. Able to see... okay. Miasma of dull-mindedness. Cloud of heavy fog. It hurts. Stats. I don't know enough about stats to know that. Mirrored image. Necrotic lance just sounds so cool. Ray of fire. Okay, so I think I want Necrotic Lance. I don't want to do this blind. I'm going to give myself the Binding Web, because that's awesome. Curse of Blackened Sight. Blinded. Okay. So I can't remember what I wanted to be good at, but I think I'm going to go... Get so much endurance and a little bit of lore. Only this and nothing more. Binding Web I want. Is Fetid Caress again? Yeah, man, so much control magic. Level 3 Dainyan.
Yeah.
What's in the barrel? Gotta take them all. Ah, Orlin! Here are the dishes. You want to talk to Pasha at the counter there. I haven't seen Pearly. He's usually drinking his head off this hour of the day. Oh my god, Pearly, the bear killed him. Who are you then? Another fool come to answer Redrick's invitation? Our great lord had my sister run out of town after the buoy was born. She's the only family I had left. Not sure where she is now. Ooh. Ominousness. Blazes, I need another drink. Anyone seen Pearly? Oh. Fangs. Huh. As I have stated, not much is known about this group by the world at large because they don't welcome outsiders into their numbers. While many believe they are xenophobic and openly hostile to all who enter Glanfath, the truth doesn't seem to be as broad or deadly, and certainly not that simple. There are many places in Glanfath that could be called magical or sacred to the Glanfathans. One legend states that the Engwithans, who suddenly abandoned their kingdom and left for places unknown, took the time to guide the ancient Glanfathan tribes into the now vacant land. The Glanfathans were gifted with the fertile area as their new homeland, but in return for being given such a gift, an oath was required. The Glanfathans were instructed to protect the Engwithan ruins until such a time as they could return and reclaim the ruins. They were required to swear that no living person, including the Glanfathans themselves, would be permitted entrance into the ruins. Differing accounts suggest that the Glanfathans were promised more than a homeland, that the Engwithans were now the favored people of the gods, and that keeping their oath would confer similar benefits to the Glanfathans in the end. I'm so tired of saying Glanfathans, man. Jesus. Oddly, the rules do not seem to apply strictly within the borders of Twin Elms, a site built upon a large concentration of Engwithan structures. but it would seem that this is unlikely a selective oversight on the part of the Glanfathons and more probably part of the terms of the original compact. In any case, the Glanfathons came to take their role as guardians seriously, revering the sites and developing rituals designed to protect and guard the ruins. Over time, these rituals became rote formality to some, as much legend and superstition as any other stories passed down. This is not to say the Glanfathons ceased all attempts to uphold their oath. See the section about the 10 Years' Treaties in my book about Admeth Hadret. But the intense devotion to the oath tended to vary from tribe to tribe and clan to clan. Not so with the Fangs, however. The Fangs are a group joined not by ties of kinship or even community, but of belief. Of all the group of Aer Glanfath, it is the Fangs who seem the most intent on keeping the promise their ancestors made with the Engwithans. Just because their fanaticism and zeal are not as widely sweeping as many think, does not make them any less dangerous. The Fangs are not known to reason with those they view as transgressors. If they feel you have in any way violated the sanctity of a sacred space, their judgment is swift and exact. Reports of the Fangs' attacks can be found on records dating back to the first colonial explorations of Aer Glanfath, and even the smallest of a perceived slight can be worthy of execution. The Order itself seems to consist mainly of hunters. Whether they are recruited as skilled hunters or trained once they gain access to the Order, it is unknown. From all accounts, once they join the Fangs, hunting game falls second behind patrolling Aer Glanfath and protecting the ruins. So it is the author's opinion that it is the former. And taking everything. Selina Vertivo. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained. Reach out for the soul. Oh. You see a woman emptying her satchel into a bed, taking stock of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout her room haphazardly. She bites her lip, head tilted to the side, considering. Ooh. She begins to repack, one item after the other, careful deliberation undercut by shaking hands. Each item has a clearly marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. The shaking worsens as she empties it out once more, one hand held to her mouth. Tears eke from her eyes as she gives up all semblance of order and shoves everything she can into the satchel, grabbing it and running out of the bare house. Vel says you can't just take that lore. Yes, I can, man. Yes, I can. Here we go. Straightening her back, she walks to the docks, chin high, eyes hard and red. A gangly young elf offers his condolences, but she can't see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to any who will listen, anyone heading out on high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her childhood disappear into the distance, a tiny speck of an island, and tries not to jump. Damn! Strom Brightblade. Okay. You feel a large series of paragraphs of text hidden deep within his soul. Do you choose to read? No.
I shall be...
No. No, I'm good. Grab a drink, friend. Not much else is worthy of that town, says the woman from Thane. Hey, we wouldn't mention Thane. Desklock and Najtip. These were the backers of the campaign, right? Why can you read now, but not in Mostly Walking?
I'll have it in no time. The work of a moment.
I did it. Just take stuff. I'll just take stuff.
I'll see what I can find.
The Deerwood Part 1, Early Colonial History. I'd love some lore. Thank you. And these are lockpicks. Great. What's that? Crammed behind the books is a drawing that shows Aloth and Lord Redrick in a compromising position. Ha 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 ha. Sila Amen. Do you touch the soul on the first date? No. No, never without my permission. In guest. Please leave me be. I am full to sickness with what I have seen of this place and its people.
Nice and slow. Keeping quiet.
I think this man should do it.
Finished.
And it's a Scroll of Tanglefoot. Jasper. Ah. Ah. You take this, and then this is going to go there. So if we go to our inventory, you are going to equip your sweet-ass new robe. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. It's all yours. Hold on. I need to loot all your shit first. Look at this. This is so sick. I'm going to take that book, man.
Yeah.
Is this it? Did I explore the whole upstairs? No.
How
Hey.
may I help?
Would you unsneak, man? Oh my god, we're going up, upstairs.
Nice and quiet.
Maybe we are? Maybe we are, maybe we're not. Oh, there's the Black Hound. Hello. The hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear a particular sound. It looks up when you approach and winds a low note, tail wagging slightly. I could use a good dog here, girl. The dog's ears perk up. Aww. It trots over to you and barks happily. I got it. Has been added to my inventory. There's a pet slot. I equipped the dog? Oh man, fuck yeah, dude. Holy shit, this is awesome. Are you kidding me, man? Hell yeah.
You must.
You must. I got a dog now.
Keeping quiet.
I'm walking to Tenfrith. Hey man, how are you? Uh-oh. Ah, it's you, my savior! He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's so good to be back! Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets, my dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else! Savory pie. Oh yeah. A savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels.
I'll see what I can find.
What's that? Why was it purple? Alright, so...
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
You must gather your party. Is stealing a thing in this game? Am I gonna accidentally have stolen something? Without having meant to have been someone who had stolen that thing? Oh, excuse me, I'm a burpee. Hello, villager. Heard they fended off another attack on Lord Raedric's keep. Or... Oh, this is so isometric right now. This villager just chilling. Hello. More like a chillager. Oh. Well, I'm going in. I'm expecting every nook and every cranny of this thing, man. I see cat. Hello. Oh. Alfra. A dear wooden woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself. Perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Hail and well met.
Well met! Well, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise once she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? Nice cat. Alfra smiles brightly. Oh, thank you. She's a sweetheart. Keeps the house clear of mice, too. I just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought I'd enter any house I damn well pleased. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odemas, by chance? I was, yes. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. I'm a little tactless. Alfra covers her mouth with her hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments, she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with pears. Fruit rolling down her cheeks. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Caliska was always so certain she could take on the danger. Alfra sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Alfra's face crumples and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. I cry precisely one time for Caliska. Caliska mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance? Quit your sniveling. How are you going to write Charles this? No. Alfra looks at you with some surprise before dabbing at her nose with a sleeve. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. Small favor, an incredibly good book. Amazing book. Alfra wipes at her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Caliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Redrick, he's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. With my hot hort gone, I don't know how I'd manage if I lost my home too. I hope Caliska would help me. They say Oranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child from being hollowborn. But she moved south to Anslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am. But I don't have anyone else now, with Caliska gone. Tears begin to spill out of her face like pears from a pear tree. Please, can you help me? I think we should find Rango. Ofra blinks, her eyes are wide. You will, then I won't die. Oh, gods bless you here. I'll give you coin to pay with her. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of, well, I'm not sure. But it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. You have gained 20 copper pieces. Anslog's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She clasps her hands together. Thank you again, truly, you'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears.
Keeping quiet.
Oh, shit. Stealing? The shit? I'm sorry, I know what we need to do.
Steady does it.
Clink. I think everyone knows where we're going, huh? I accept that it will take 8 hours for me to get there. Look at us, wizard buddies, carrying books together.
Steady does it.
Worth and rough.
On your side.
Worth and rough.
What the shit? Oh my god! There's the bear. I found the bear. Okay. Fuck. Oh my god, that was the most intense thing I think I've ever seen. Oh my god. Okay.
How may I help?
Why am I being hit?
I shall go this one.
Jesus, holy shit, this fucking bear. I've used all my spells. Oh, for God's sake.
How may I help?
Worth and rough.
Jesus Christ!
I shall deal with this one.
Do it! 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 Ah! Fuck.
Lava will be on seek.
Got that bear! Holy shit! And there's my dog. Give me some of that bear hide. Yeah, look at this. Found across the regions of... Yeah, it's in my wallet. Ooh!
Indeed.
Holy shit, hell, shit, yeah, man. Oh, God, yes. Yes, 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 man. Are you kidding me? A chest? What is this? A great sword? Oh, ship that. What is this? Spirit man. Oh. A figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill out. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you've been struck by a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly you've come a long way from the vale, hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern and the darkness extends far into its depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There is a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lance through with pain, but in a moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And there is a great dark shape above you, and then there is more pain. Betrayal! Betrayal! The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet and the specter lingers. In the span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. Met him on the road, your friend. Your friend. A sudden lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seem to pour from the gleaming figure like smoke. I'll find him and see that he answers for what he's done to you. The spirit roils with thwarted anger and grief. Sorrow seems to seep into the very air of the cavern. The spirit dims and fades until you are alone once more. You alright? You seem lost. This happens a lot. You have to get used to it. That's good to know, but I don't suppose you could tell me what it was all about. Not really sure. Just recently started happening. He raises an eyebrow. Indeed. At the risk of sounding patronizing, you should probably have that examined. He scratches his cheek. It's a shame that Lord Raedric's hanged half of Gilded Vale. The Valian dwarf might have known something about your condition. We gotta camp, man. I've blown everything, man. Rest. Dude, let me tell you, any bears fuck with me, I slay bears. I slay bears like it's nothing. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awake, and you find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face is shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open, and they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes her stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. I know it's pronounced nostril, but it's more fun. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. Knees and toes, knees and toes. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. What's the difference between... Oh. Do. I think it'll autosave here. There it is. Huh. Well, I have to get our running animations off sync. I imagine they actually just literally zoomed out, right? They just zoomed all the way out. They just took a screenshot, I assume, I presume, I suppose. I think you picked the I refuse to avenge you option? No, I don't think so. Because it's right there, right? Saransin 6 is on the hardest difficulty. There are 3 bears in there.
Yeah.
Crumbling walls of considerable height even now. Climb up yourself.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Alright, I need to go to Gilded Vale. I need to confirm my life. God, we've been playing for 45 minutes again. Time flies in this game, man. Oh, damn. Caldara de Baranzi. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. Ho! You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Yeah, let's reach out and touch the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind. A ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog. Her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, a rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Ah, Lemeo. Am I imagining this? She considers for a
No,
moment.
I think not.
Her tongue
A
clicks as she
pity
shakes her
that.
head.
It would be simpler. A mercy, even. To not have to wander anymore, no?
Mamma mia!
Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
Oh, Caldara. I think you need to understand something that's happening to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child. There, godlike bear.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
Isn't that sad?
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
What's a watcher? It is a 4/5 for 2 mana that is not allowed to attack.
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, no, not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times.
Mamma mia.
Souls pass on. Some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world.
Blood
They
veins.
leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either leaving or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how.
So it sounds like the reincarnation cycle of the souls is busto.
A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them.
A backer
Know
of the
where
campaign.
they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their honor can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder.
What do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks. An inspired
You should
gleam.
see old Merwald. He
Merwald.
could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I think I survived a bivouac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing.
Careless storm.
Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
Oh no. You said souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost.
It's like a potluck.
We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No.
Mamma mia.
A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Well, you're a woman hanging talking to me, so you're pretty interesting. I will say. Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What's an animancer?
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been.
Oh, she's so
To
dead.
hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are.
A soul mangler.
But the best of us? The best? Inspirations. Miracle workers. My parents were soul twins. Miserable before they met. Empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other. Turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid.
Also, Shani should ask her for a chicken parmesan recipe. God, that does sound tasty, man.
It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance.
A humble pittance.
I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb.
Poison.
Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Was it lupus? It could be lupus.
Nothing at all.
Oh,
A
it's never
healthy
lupus.
woman,
Oh,
head to
God, I
toe,
should have known.
blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted.
God.
A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
I had a few other questions. Of course, Jim.
Of course.
Bye.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
Caldera closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose. Your surrounding seems to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Where's my crucible of soul? I'm the Watcher. Wait, where do I need to go for this? Ah, Kid Noir. Well, okay. So there's still a few other people that I need to tend to.
17 and a half. 17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman. The dwarf woman.
I'm sorry.
You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person, or the people hanging from the tree. Name's Adair.
Oh.
So to the people around here, might as well be 19.
Oh, Whoopi Jones. He looks up and down,
Don't think I'd put
grimaces.
you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman, disregarding the fact that I just spoke to her for a little bit? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched, his smirk
I was
broadens.
smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Been out of sorts lately. Of course. Well, we all got our bad days when we stand perfectly still and stare at corpses for a while without blinking, he winks. Do you know what a Watcher is?
Careful, friend. Let's not use that word round here. There'd be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot.
Get on my team.
Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be.
Ooh.
Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19
This
after
guy's
all.
obsessed with death.
No offense.
Think you're supposed to be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
The war? Saints' War, the only one in my lifetime. Philip decides he's the living incarnation of Eothas, overthrows Red Saras, marches on Deerwood, so he gave him a Deerwooden hello. What's a Deerwooden hello? He smiles at this, but is the smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. Who is Eothas? God of rebirth and redemption, formerly anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Redrick sent men down here the other day, said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Kolsk, or Cole SC would be his Twitter handle, plotting Redrick's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward, so Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He shies and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later. If not for plotting against Redrick, then for protecting me. What does the town have against
Picked
you?
the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale.
Aethys.
That mess of rocks over there, Owns a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back.
He's so sad. Everyone he knows dies.
After the war, people took to punishing Aethys
Join my team.
worshippers.
We need you on the
Accusing
front
them of
lines.
treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame.
They needed it.
I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me. Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's Cole SC? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. Here to be hanged while you're still here. Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured out where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of player would travel. Where you headed someplace called Sad News, where the old watch might be able to help.
I remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say Watcher with a hush on your breath.
Join me.
A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before. Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger, and a strange one at that. But truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
There's a fine reason if I've ever heard of one.
All right then.
Let's get going. Got 3 men. Damn it, it's 7:15, which means I have to go 15 minutes ago. That's the show for today. We got to play a little Rocket League. We ranked up. We got to play Pillars of Eternity, which I gotta say, what I love about the long form RPG is just you can feel the shit brewing, right? You can feel it brewing. It's introducing you people. You're starting to learn characters. You're learning relationships between varying groups of people. You're getting a sense of politics, and then you start to feel out, oh shit, souls aren't being reborn. And now I just want to know more. I might play it next week. We'll see. Regardless, I'm going to continue to shill hard. Please purchase this game at 60% off on Steam right now. Pillars of Eternity, Obsidian Entertainment. Thank you for your rock hard entertainment. I'm going to go and I'm going to have myself a nifty weekend. Bye all. Hope you have a good weekend too. Woo!